All right, good afternoon. Welcome. I would say there's some good news out there, but many of you have already seen that garbage of a contract that we supposedly got, and we see Mr. Brian Renfroe. He's out there patting himself on the back, going on to the podcast. What is it? You Are the Current Resident podcast. Just patting himself on the back. Life is good for him. He's happy. And that contract is completely garbage. It is garbage. It is trash. And I encourage everyone who hears my voice, everyone who's on the Clean Sweep Facebook page, I encourage everyone to say no, nada, zip, zero. No, we don't want that contract. It is garbage. We waited over 600 days plus for this contract, and it is complete garbage. It is trash. Mr. Brian Renfroe, you are garbage. You are trash. Leadership is horrendous. It is horrible. And I vow, these next couple of years, I vow, I am going to do all I can to help vote these guys out of here. That's it. We're done. As carriers, fellas, ladies, as carriers, Brian Renfroe, their team, he's a politician. That's it. He's not a carrier. He's a politician. He and management, the USPS, they colluded together. They work together. It's a win-win for both of those guys. And it's no good. No good for any of us. He's a politician. He does what he can in order to maintain his power. It is ridiculous. He is not a carrier. He is a politician. And so I hope everyone who hears this, they say no. They vote no on this. I'm not going to go through all the contract. It's basically just two things I'm going to go through. Maybe, well, one or two. And primarily, it's the pay thing. That's really everything we were waiting on was the pay. And of course, there's something else in there too I don't like about the getting rid of pretty much fixed office times. That's in there. Getting rid of fixed office times. Right now, in my current office, we have a 10-minute break in the office. So we automatically get 45 minutes built-in time. Well, that's going to be done away with. They don't want to do that. It's just, unless I'm reading it, unless they want this for the new sorting centers or whatever. But regardless, I have never in all my days seen a union like this that agrees to pay cuts, not increases in pay. This union is a joke. Brian is a joke. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and give you newbies and other carriers a little history lesson on where I see things right now. I'm just going back in time. Brian Renfroe, he learned a lot. He learned how he can divide the union membership up. He learned from the other leader before him, the feckless Fred Rolando. He was a joke. He was the king at getting carriers to divide amongst each other. Because I'm telling you, back in history, when I started at the post office, I was what was called a TE, transitional employee carrier. And so I came in late. I came in at 2012, towards the very end of that, for the most part. But there were others who were here way before that. So when it came time for a new contract to come out, as he was negotiating, Fred Rolando was the one who set up and agreed to two different pay scales. And a lower pay scale. Now, what union in the history of the world agrees for a lower pay scale? It's the post office. NALC is useless. I'm going to put this out there right now, brothers and sisters. It is useless. It is us as letter carriers against NALC leadership and the United States Postal Service. We're on our own, brothers and sisters. We're on our own. We got to fight our own battles. This is proven. We got to fight our own battles. Sure, you may have some stewards there, some presidents, local president branches, some local BAs, that may come to your aid. But then I'm hearing stories now. I've gotten other letters from people that their BAs are not doing anything with management abuses, falsifying clock rings. I'm getting a lot of things from people that I want to read through and share tomorrow as well. But it is ridiculous what we're going through. So it's us as carriers against NALC leadership as well as USPS management. We got to fight ourselves. So I encourage everyone to please read the JCAM, read your M39, M41, read your local MOUs. Make sure you know your rights, because you got to fight for yourself. And, if you got to do your own grievances, do your own grievances. You got to go to a meeting where they have steward training. Go to those meetings. Learn how to be a steward and be a self-advocate. Advocate for yourself and others if you want to be a fighter, because it's us against the world. It's us against the world. Tupac said, "Me against the world." No, it's us against the world right now, because we have no hope in leadership whatsoever. But going back to what I was saying about Brian being how he learned from Rolando on how to divide the union. Well, going back to that, when that TE term was coming to an end and they had negotiated a new contract, and which began the work of CCAs coming on board and whatnot, and reducing that lower pay. Okay, so they created those two tables. Anyone who was converted to a carrier before January 2023, they were automatically put in a table 1 pay scale. So right away, that created a division from those table 1 people. They are happy. They're earning 13, 14, 15,000 K more per year than table 2 people. So of course they're gonna go, yeah, thumbs up. That's for me. I got this, no problem. I don't care about the table 2 carriers. Then on the back end of that, the other part of the division was those former TEs. Depending on how many years of service you had as a TE, you were able to get either 1 step increase, 2, 3, up to 4 step increases upon your conversion as a regular carrier. So of course, those people who had all those years in and were able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 bumping steps, sure, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna vote for it and be supportive of that. So again, so you got that division of those former TEs who had many years of experience as a TE to get those step increases. Then you get people like me who came in on the tail end of the TE scale, who get no increases, but lose that $6 per hour from TE down to a CCA, and we start at the bottom, earning 15K less per year than table 1. They're table 1 counterparts. That caused the division between the carriers, because I'm not talking to. There are many of you who agree that that's unfair on table 1ers, but I've met a ton of table 1 carriers throughout my years since 2012 that will say things like, "Well, if you don't like the job, go to Walmart, go to Wendy's." No one's saying you can start at the top. You got to work your way up to the top. And that's not what we as table 2 carriers are asking. We were just saying, put us on the table 1 scale. If you're step A on table 2 scale, we should get paid the same as the people on step A table 1. That's all we've always asked for. And we also asked for a reduction to reach that top pay. But that's the division right there. Rolando started the division with the TEs that had all those years, and the table 1 carriers. And us table 2, we have been here, we have been fighting, we have been angry for many years. And I get it. Some of you are going to say, "Well, you've been here for this many years, why are you still here?" Well, unfortunately, from where I was from, back in a small town in Ohio, it was only a couple places hiring. And post office was one, and I was a single dad, raising 2 kids at the time. As a man, I got no choice but to take care of my family. And so you take what you can get. I just graduated college. I was between jobs trying to find something. And so the post office was hiring. I saw that TE pay. I was like, cool, this is work, take care of my family, and things like that. And the town I'm from, there were not that many good jobs. I mean, if I could have gotten to Ford, like my mom worked at Ford Motor Company, the engine plant, hey, I would have been cool. I would have loved to do that. But it was hard to get in Ford, too, and other jobs there. So, cool. So I'm here. I've been here. I've got married, taking care of my family with this job. So that's why I'm still here. But after this nonsense, yeah, I know, I'm 44 years old. That's fine. Whatever. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to work on my business that I got in my house. And I'll just do what I can. I got to focus on my business. Because we can't be doing this with this pay. This is ridiculous. Our union is a joke. But going back to what I was saying, the division. So you look back at that division, having back in 2013 or whatever that contract was, whenever the T's got dissolved or whatnot. So that caused a division. Look at throughout the years too. We stuck around because we had hoped that Rolando would do the right thing throughout the years. We had hoped that the last contract before Rolando's tenure was done and before he left, he had the opportunity to reduce those gaps in pay, just like the APWU did, reduce their pay gaps. They're on the verge of arbitration, but then Rolando chickened out. He gave in to was it Antolino? Was he still there? Probably then. I don't know. But he gave in to management, and the reduction in pay never occurred again. We have been waiting and fighting for many years to get that gap pay reduced between the steps, and it hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. We can see that now. So we got to do something different. We got to fight for some major leadership change and whatnot, and that's my goal. We're going to oust everyone. So if you're a member of CLC, if you hear my voice, hey, anything I can do to help with this show, what I post on the Clean Sweep page, whatever I can do to help, I'm done. I'm done with these people. Done with Renfroe. Done with Rolando. In fact, I never voted for Renfroe anyway. I knew he was a Rolando flunky. There was no way that I was going to vote for him because I knew who he was. I knew who his boss was. He learned from Rolando, and this is it. He just learned from that. So I know I'm all over the place right now, but you can tell that I, like many other carriers, we are very, very upset by this. And I hope you members out there send emails to your BAs, to the executive council, whoever. And I sent Brian a couple emails today about it. And this is just a no. He's feckless. He's in bed with management. He's a manager. Point blank. He is not a carrier. He has no interest in the carriers. He's a manager. He's a politician. That's when you look at Renfroe, when you look at Brian, view him as that. He is a politician. He's a manager who's only interested in his own self-interest. That's it. That's who he is. He does not care about the carrier at all. These guys get 19% increases in their pay, and yet we're given 1.3%. And you look at all the other unions out there. Honda, a non-union company, even offer their people an 11% pay increase. Now, how is it that a non-union company can offer their people an 11% increase, and yet we're supposedly represented by a union, a leader, and he gives us 1.3%? What kind of nonsense is that? That is crap. That is nonsense. Unbelievable, really. Think about it. Unbelievable. When you think about it. Now, getting back to what I was talking about, back to that division, the table two, and those TEUs who got up to 4-step increases versus everyone else, the new CCAs that's gonna be on table two. That caused that division there. Renfroe did something similar with this latest contract. Okay, he's taken the table one table scale and that's going to be converted down to a table 2 scale. And all of us, a buddy of mine that works in the Omaha office here, we already said the same thing. Table 1 was always going to be eliminated, as it go down to table 2. We knew that. Anyone with common sense knew that was going to happen. And so we discussed that many times in the office in Omaha. So we knew that. So what he's done is he knows that most of the table 1 carriers, if not all, are on their last steps right now. They're either on step O or on step P. They're already at the very end. And so once they reach that, they're going to come down to table 2, which doesn't affect their pay at all, because that's the top pay scale. So those people that's already up there, they're going to be fine. They're going to say, yep, I'm cool with this contract. No big deal. I'm already at the top pay. We get $1,000 more. Hey, life is good. Quotas. Hey, it's all good. So table 1 people, I got a feeling 99% are going to say, thumbs up. We got it under control. Cool. But when you look at the beginning of the contract, it says here, this came out today, it says, additionally, step A, and B will be eliminated from table 2. All city carriers in steps A, and B will be advanced to step C, and then begin a new 46-week waiting period to be completed before advancing to step D. We'll take that right there. So all you new guys, all you new CCAs who get converted, come on here. You're automatically going to skip steps A and B and go right to step C. But that's good for you guys. So right now, we got the new CCAs that's going to be coming on. They're going to get their step increases to step C. They're going to like that because they don't have to start off where we did, way at the bottom. So they're going to enjoy that, and they're going to support that. So you got 95% of the table 1 carriers, they're going to support it. And then you got the other 95% of the new guys, fresh out the block CCAs, who were recently converted, they're going to accept it. They're going to accept that. So that leaves the rest of us in the middle, who make up the vast majority, or actually minority, because who knows? I think many of the table 1s are pretty much retired now, but who knows? But I think they probably realize that us table 2 carriers that's in the middle, that's already there, I think they realize that we probably are the minority right now. We may be the minority with this. And so they already got a vision. So they got us in the middle, who's been here for numerous years. And then you got the table 1s, they're going to support it. And you got these new CCAs, they're going to support it. So once again, that division stays the same. He's done a good job. He learned from Rolando how to divide the carriers. Now, I'm asking all carriers, even you new CCAs, to please think about this. Don't think of the short term. Think of the long term. Because if you accept this now, and if Brian wins the election in 2026, which I'm fighting every day, he's gone. I'm done with him. Actually, I've been done with him. I was done with him when Rolando and them, they announced him. I didn't vote for him because I knew better than that. But I'm done. I'm going to spend these next 2 years fighting to get rid of this guy. He's a clown. He's a joker. Done with him. But he learned from Rolando how to divide the carriers. And so that's how he's hoping that this contract will pass. And most likely it's going to pass. I know human nature. Human nature is going to be like, let's do it. Especially you CCAs who are brand new, like, well, I get to jump up to what is the pay going to be for you guys going to step C. Yeah, I can jump up from 40-some thousand to 50,000. Yeah, that's some good money for me right now starting off. So yeah, you guys are going to readily accept that. Whereas people like me, who start off at step A, it took us 13 point some years to make it to the top pay, and we're still not there yet. So I'm a step I carrier. Okay. Everyone who's already currently on step C, between steps C and step N, between step C and step N, guess what? Nothing changes for us. We don't get a step increase. We stay right where we're at. And so what they've done is it's kind of sneaky and clever at the same time. It's sneaky because when you read that, it says after implementation of this change, let's go back. It says here, let's read it again. It says additionally steps A, and B will be eliminated from Table 2. All city carriers on step A, and B will be advanced to step C and begin a new 46 waiting period to be completed before advancing to step D. Now, notice this key expression, and it makes it seem like it's a good thing. After implementation of this change, the total time to reach the top step will be reduced by 92 weeks. See, that affects only you new CCAs being bumped to step C, because you've already lost. Step A and B has already been eliminated. So that's it. You've already lost your 92 weeks right there. So yes, you're going to reach top pay higher, faster than us who's already on Table 2. But for us, it's still going to be 13.3 years for us to reach top pay. Nothing changes for us at all. We don't get a bump in pay. We don't get a bump in steps, a boost in steps. Nothing. We stay right where we're at. Only thing we get is our pitiful 1.3% and COLAs. That's it. That's all we get, and it's ridiculous. They don't even they don't even say for our CCAs who've been here this time. Hey, you know what? Let's get some of that time back so you can get some steps increased bumped up. They don't even say that. Like they did with the TEs. They at least gave the TEs, if you work a number of years, you get so many step increases. Why can't they do the same thing with us current Table 2 carriers and CCAs? Regulars. Why can't we count some of our CCA time back before we got converted? So for you guys, yeah, you new people, it's going to take you a shorter time, but it's still only 11 years. I have been advocating, I have been talking about this as Cornelius Bradley on the Clean Sleep page. I have been telling people when they say they will reduce the time to top pay, I was always asking them what's the specific. I said, don't get hyped about that. What's the specifics? I said right now it's 13.3 years to reach the top pay. So what are they talking about? They're talking about going down to 10 years to reach top pay, 11, 12 years to reach top pay. UPS, you're a top pay 5-6 years. You're done. You're a top pay. Ours is more than double than that. Why is that? That is ridiculous. It is terrible. It takes such a long time. They could have at least reduced it to 8-9 years to reach top pay. 9 years is still kind of pushing it. 8 years would have been fine. That would have been nice, a middle ground there. That would have been nice. But they didn't even do that. So, yeah. So, once again, if you're currently on Table 2, currently on Step C right now, you got screwed. You got nothing. Nothing at all. No step increase. Nothing. There's nothing of benefit to us. If you're a Table 1 carrier, you get $1,000, and you're already on Step P or Step O, you get the benefits. That's it. Table 2 carriers, once again, you're left in the cold. Just like the former TEs who didn't get step increases, we are the forgotten carriers. Table 2 carriers are completely forgotten. It's always been this way over the past few years. It's always been the CCAs and Table 1 people getting all the benefits. If you're on Table 2, you've been screwed ever since. So it is time to do a march on NALC headquarters. It is time to gather that and do that. Pick it outside their fence. Outside, wherever we can pick it at. I don't know. I've never been there. Don't want to go there at all. But it is time to pick it. It is time to write to your congressman. It is time to write to the media. Send things out to say our leadership at NALC is garbage. USPS is garbage. They always claim they're broke, but yet they seem to be able to hire managers and whatnot. There's a lot of waste in the post office. Think about the waste it takes for grievances. If they just follow the contract, they won't do that. Think about the amount of management that we have. Why do we have to have both a manager and a supervisor, or a postmaster and a supervisor, carrier supervisor? Why do we need both of those? Why can't we just have a postmaster or a manager. All right, then what's the impugne? Okay, why have an impugne? Could not the postmaster do the role of the impugne as well as work the station as well? You know, why not? Why not? It is so much nonsense, so much leadership, so much management that there's money there that they can use, that they can find. They just don't want to do it that way. So, if you're a Table 2 carrier, you got nothing right now. If you're a CCA, a new conversion, you're going to get bumped to Step C. If you're a Table 1, Step P, you get $1,000 more. And everybody else, nothing. Nothing. So, yeah, as you can tell, I am upset. A lot of people are upset. And we gotta fight. We gotta fight. I'm here to do what I can to fight for you guys. I don't know everything. I'm new at this. I gotta do a lot of research. There's a lot of things going behind the scenes, from different levels of grievance process and things. I don't know everything, but I do know that I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. I will be your face. I'll be your voice out there to fight against Brian, to fight against leadership, to fight against USPS, because this is ridiculous. And I hope that all of you, when you get the ballots, we say no. And I hope that if you guys are there in that area, I hope that you go there and demand to watch the count. Demand to watch the count. Get 4 or 5 people there, wherever, 10 people, 100 people. Watch the count. I want to get the count, and make sure everyone has their. Make sure everyone gets the ballot. If you don't get your ballot, I want to hear about it. I want to create a list of everyone who didn't get the ballot, because if we didn't get the ballot, there's got to be something we can do as far as court is concerned. I don't know. There's got to be something in the bylaws or whatever that we can find, or something in federal law that's written that we can use. But we've got to fight. And again, Brian Renfroe, he's done. We got to get rid of him. I will fight every day to get rid of him. So yeah, so that's how that reads right there. The modification of city carrier pay tables. Basically, if you're already currently Table 2, you're stuck where you're at. No step increases. And if you've already been there, still will take you 13 years to get to the top pay. Those of you who are newly converted, you're going to Step C, and it's been reduced by 92 weeks. That's it. They make it sound so good. They make it seem like everyone's going to lose 92 weeks. No, everyone's not getting a reduction 92 weeks. No. It says this is talking about for you people that's going to Step C. After the implementation of this change, the total time will be reduced by 92 weeks. The reason being because you've already bypassed steps A and B. You've already bypassed it. So instead of 13 years, 11 years. Big whoop. Big deal. So, yeah, that was the main thing I really want to talk about today. Let's see here. Someone mentioned something. This contract only lasts the next couple years till like November of through November 2026. Yeah, so to November of 2026. Let me see here. I want to check out something here. Page 1 at on this thing. So I printed this paper off. Okay. Page 1. Yeah, to November 7th, 2026. Now, I was wondering, asking myself, now, why would this be the case? Why would this end right then and there? Or looking at these projective charts here, for the pay. I was wondering why would it end like right then and there. Maybe this is the way the calendar worked out. But I'm wondering too. Just a couple of things here. I'm just wondering a couple of things. Just wondering why we don't have a general wage increase for that November 2026. And I'm wondering why we don't have one more in there after the September 2026 COLAs there. And I got to thinking, because they could put it in there before the contract expires. They could have added another day. But I'm wondering if that's Brian's, because he's thinking like a politician. I wonder if Brian is doing that as leverage to say, hey, right now we are fighting to get you guys, you carriers, a 15%, 20% pay raise, which I know that's not going to happen. But he might try to use that as leverage to say, this is what I'm doing right now. Vote for me, and we'll get it done. That's my suspicion with this, because again, don't think of Brian as a carrier advocate, because he's not. He doesn't like us. He doesn't care about the carriers. He cares about his position, his parties there in D.C., his $300,000 per year salary. He is a politician, so he's doing things in a way that's going to benefit him. He is a liar. He's a narcissist. Anyone who supports him, I have no use for you at all. None whatsoever. All people, all BAs, who's ever in power right now, who's ever in office right now, whether you agree with Renfroe or against Renfroe, all of you got to go. We need to start over. We need to start over. Or if you are a business agent right now who is against Renfroe, you need to get out there right now and tell your story. Right now, you need to come on shows like mine, Angry Mailman, Corey Walton show. You guys need to get out there right now and tell us. You need to get out there right now and tell us, I've been against Renfroe since the beginning. I don't agree with this. I fought against this X, Y, and Z. I voted against him, and you need to get out here right now. It's to get your name out there and tell us what you've done, whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, y'all are done. All of you, starting fresh. All of you are done. We're done. Now, I don't have that much experience at all with any of these, arbitration, being a steward or anything. But what I have experience in is that you're not going to mess with my carriers, my fellow carriers on the floor. There have been so many times on the workroom floor where I've defended CCAs or defended fellow carriers because I know management is violating things from the M41, M39, and JCAM. And I tell them all the time, you're violating this and that. And I tell them all the time, there's no such thing as a 5-minute wash-up time. Leave me alone. Show me where it's written down on that. Show them where it's written down on that. Show me where it says to run the route. No, I don't run. It says steady pace. I get down, I get done. Leave me alone. Show me these different things. I'm there. I will defend my carriers because I love my buddies and my brothers and sisters and my friends, co-workers, and I'm not gonna sit there and let management abuse my carriers, abuse my friends. That won't happen when I'm there. It will not happen. So, even if I went on vacation the past week, I got into an argument with my supervisor. Leave me alone. You tell me you got her at 4 o'clock. I got her at 4:05. What are you gonna do about it? Leave me alone. Write me up. I don't care. Takes what it takes. Well, to go some mail from you so you get back. I don't care. I'm on the street. I'm not speeding. And I'm not reducing my 10-minute break just to make your 4 o'clock time. I'll get down when I get down. I'm an overtime carrier. If I'm a little over, big deal. Deal with it. Now, leave me alone. So, but yeah. So that's all I got, man. This contract. And like I said, what gets me is he's on the podcast. You're the current resident. Just patting stuff on the back. He's happy, doing backflips. He won't go on shows like mine because he knows I don't like him at all. But if he ever came to my show, whatever, I would be courteous of him, respectful. I would ask him tough questions. I would ask him tough questions. And I said, what makes you think that this is? I would ask him why you didn't do this, and this. We need to get audits of their financials, because the post office can tell you anything. They can say anything. Oh, we're going broke. You've been saying we're going broke for the past 30 years. I've been hearing that. So, no, you're not going anywhere. The post office is in the Constitution. Yes, it doesn't say anything about the post office. It says postal roads. But we are in the Constitution. Benjamin Franklin was our first postmaster general. Post office, we're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. They don't have the robots yet to take all of our jobs yet. That's coming. This ain't iRobot yet. But yeah, maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now, maybe. But no, they're not there yet. They're not taking our jobs. And again, remember, when you look at Renfroe, he is a politician. Useless, feckless. So, all right, that's all I got today for this. I'm going to try to get back on tomorrow. So I got some emails from some carriers who have been fighting their own battles within the post office, and business agents are saying they can't do anything about it. Management abuses, they're not gonna do anything about it because our business agents, many of them are just weak and just pathetic and pitiful. They shouldn't even have those positions. If you're not going to fight for the carrier, get out the way. Let people like me come in who's going to fight. We'll come in. So what I'm going to say with that, those of you who are fighting, don't lose hope. If they're not going to help you, if your president's not going to help you, if NALC, who serves like the Democratic Party or any political party, if they're not going to help you, then I encourage you, all your paperwork that you have, and make copies of it, save it to a flash drive or something. Send those grievances. Just start emailing your local papers, national papers. Start send those documentations to the Postal Inspector General. Send those things out. Send them out to the people. Send them out. And Inspector General reports, Congress, send them out to get things taken care of. Because if your union's not going to fight for you, fight for yourself. If you can't fight for yourself, or you hesitate to fight for yourself, I will fight for you. As postal employees, we do have whistleblower protection. So, don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. We have whistleblower protections. We're federal government employees. We have that protection. And, the thing about this, too, definitely, if Trump gets in, again, I'm not political, but what I'm saying is we use the tools that we have in office. If he gets in and he puts Elon Musk in as that government accountability, whatever thing they're gonna do, start sending stuff to him in his office. Say, hey, this is going on in the post office. We got managers here who are abusing. Union's not doing anything about it. Here are the abuses. We gotta get some of these guys gone. They gotta get fired. They need to be gone, locked up, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Just take advantage of what you got. So that's all I'm going to say with that. Again, I'm not political. I don't care who you support. But we got those sources if you need them. So I got today. I need to calm down. Thank you all for watching this week. Please like, follow, share on CLC or wherever else you can. Invite others. I'm trying to get better at this each and every week, and I do. Like I said, I don't have all the sources like Angry Mailman does or Corey does. I'm just one man here. I'm doing what I can in my little voice. But if we get 100 more voices like this fighting, change can happen. I always like to think of ancient Japan, because I study martial arts. The ancient samurai who were vassals to the lord there, and the common people, in order to protect themselves, they used to ambush the samurai. They used to disguise themselves up as farmers and things like that. And as they walked by, the farmers would, attack the samurai because they wanted freedom. And thus that actually began the way of ninjutsu. as they concealed themselves. I don't like that. So that was the birth of that. We, as carriers, we are the peasants right now. Some of the BAs, they're like the samurai, right there. They're like the samurai. And those BAs and the executive council, they are vassals to their lord, the shogun. In this case, the shogun would be Renfroe. It's up to us as the peasants. It's up to us as the peasants to come in, ambush our BAs, ambush our executive councils, our BAs, and we got to end this regime. It must come down. So enough is enough. People out there struggling, people working 2 and 3 jobs, living in their cars, and while they are drinking, going to hotels, $300,000 a year, salaries, 6-figure incomes. We don't even talk about $90,000. We don't even talk about $90,000. This is ridiculous. It's unbelievable. We should be topping off at $90,000 a year, at least right now, 90. Actually, really 92, honestly, but 90. So, but that's all I have, everyone. And y'all take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Or if not, you see my post. It's Cornelius Bradley on the Clean Sweep page, or NALC, as I'm arguing. When I went to NALC, I certainly didn't see Anthony Smith's name up there defending that junk. I didn't see his name up there at all. He was defending yesterday, and like he was saying stuff like, "How are you gonna argue about something you haven't even seen it yet?" Because many of us were already calling out. We already knew what we were going to get. We knew Brown was a liar. Many of us was already saying, "Oh yeah, who's ready for the 1.3% pay increases?" we were already saying that because we knew better. Those of us who've been here for a number of years, we knew what we were going to get. We knew we were getting 1.3% or 1.2%. We knew it was going to be garbage from the get-go. We knew that because Brian is a liar, he's a narcissist. He needs to go. Anyway, I'm getting myself worked up again. But I'm out. Y'all take care. And if I get back after I read my information, I got my emails. Check y'all out. Check y'all back tomorrow. But y'all take care now. Again, it's Deshaun Bradley, the Fighting Carrier live stream. Cornelius Bradley. When you see me on Facebook, is my other name right there. And if you got a side hustle out there, let me know about it too. I will do what I can to promote it. I'm promoting my stuff. We do woodworks here. I sell pocket knives and kitchen knives too. Hey, just reach out, help each other out, because all of us need to do what we can to support one another. Because that's all we got. Because our leadership is garbage. So, all right, y'all take care now.